forgot to include the opening and closing hymn, so here it is. The opening hymn, Metallica, Leper Messiah. The closing hymn, Disturbed, Down with the Sickness. We're using that one again. Travis Wayne Goodsell. The Salt Lake Tribune is now fake news media, along with CNN. Brief review: CNN came out with an article, Fast Facts of the LDS Church, in which they said that Joseph Smith wrote Section 132 and put it in the 1835 Doctrine and Covenants. That is a bold-faced error, a dangerous and deadly error. It was not put in his Doctrine and Covenants. He didn't even write it. It did not even exist. It was Brigham Young who put it in his Doctrine and Covenants the year before he died. And he took out Joseph Smith's 1835 chapter on monogamy, as well as gutted Section 131, which had monogamy. He was talking to one man, one woman, saying, you guys can be exalted in the highest degree of the celestial kingdom, getting sealed in the temple. Gone. Now it's polygamy that is required for exaltation. There's more on that, and I've already told you all that. But now, the Salt Lake Tribune is joining in the assassination of Utahns, trying to make the church look good. Last Thursday, or Friday, I think, sometime last week, the church was ordered by YouTube to retract their video statements. Somebody reported on them. So instead of banning their videos, as YouTube does to us peons, even falsely accusing us of violating community guidelines and banning our videos, shutting our channels down so we can't upload videos to protect the church came out with first presidency statement, and nobody reported on it. It stayed hidden in the church news. But a week later, the Salt Lake Tribune, oh, they did this last week, let's see how they did. How many Mormons or how many Utahns got the vaccine from the first presidency's retraction of their YouTube video to keep it? It's a dangerous and deadly video. It must be taken down, along with their channels, with the other dangerous and deadly videos. Nonetheless, the state of Utah, as I've been going over with you, and you probably all heard, you probably never check it, coronavirus.utah.gov. They have case counts. They have a vaccines tab. Since vaccines came out, they've been giving us the number of vaccines delivered to Utah. That's how many Cox has ordered. That needs to be understood. I warned you. I had breaking information about the plot to murder us with the Delta variant. With the University of Utah's CEO of Mental Health Department in conspiracy with the governor to murder us with the spread and escalation of Delta variant. Well, how are you going to do that? There's vaccines. Oh, you just don't order enough. You keep the misinformation and disinformation videos on YouTube that should be banned and have their channels banned. But there is something different just the other week as well. The 2020 census came out. Utah added 104,774 people. Well, surely they've updated their vaccine. Nope. They're still using the previous Utah statistics of 3.206 million Utahns. The whole numbers are off with percentages. It's not 48.7% who are fully vaccinated. It's less. It's not 56% vaccinated with one shot. It's less. The higher the population, the less percentage. So the total population now, minus those who have died since the census taking, was 3,310,774 Utahns. That is the number to be plugged into the equations here. And the Salt Lake Tribune did not do that either. And in so doing, the government are concealing and fudging the numbers, and the Salt Lake Tribune are aiding and abetting in the fudging of the numbers. If the numbers were, according to the current population, updated, we only have 37,821 vaccines available. That number is to be increased, decreased. There are less available than 37,821. Less. And if you don't understand, you have to double the population for the number of vaccines we are supposed to have. We only have 3,709,975. We require for the state of Utah 6,621,548. We're a bit short. We still need 2,873,752, which that number actually is supposed to be more because the vaccines are less and the number delivered in percentage with the updated population. So, they still did their little graph thing. And let's see if I can find it. It was sticking out enough so that I can do a copy and paste. And it shows that there really isn't much of a change. It's a steady increase, but not much. It looks like an increase of about 500 from last week, using the 7-day average line, where we were last week, where we are this week. Unless, let's see, are they doing it from the 22nd? So yeah, the 22nd, and then last week, the 16th. Only 500 more. That's it. They say August 12th was the first presidency statement. And with only 30,000 available, only 500. I wonder what would have happened had the governor actually read the church news and went, oh crap, I need to make the prophets look good. I better get the vaccines in. That's what I was expecting the Salt Lake Tribune to be doing, is exposing the governor finally ordering vaccines. He hasn't. He's kept the same moderate increase, keeping it around 30,000-ish. They are murdering us. This is a genocidal execution. Now you guys know what it's like to have the church order your assassination. And I've been showing you the documents. And you still continue to thank God for, or we thank thee, O God, for a prophet to murder us in these latter days. Do you not care about the religion? Is it a token of bravery to play Russian roulette with your life and the lives of your family and loved ones and neighbors? Or are you that twisted in thinking that loving your neighbor means murdering them? Because they're celestial, they'll be celestialized. I'm doing them a favor. Do you understand how twisted that is? How evil? What is wrong with you guys? And this video will not be viewed. Nobody likes to hear that they're the bad guys. So I'll have to do some other shocking title to get your attention, which you've already shut me off. Why do you guys want to die? My God. And why do you get upset with me for wanting to save your lives? It makes no sense. I mean, this is Manchurian Candidate brainwashing. I think Denzel Washington did the reboot. You guys like Denzel Washington? Let's check and find out. Yeah, 2004. That looks like Denzel. Yep, Denzel Washington with Liev Schreiber. I think he was the brainwashed soldier who was brainwashed to murder. Dear God, people, what's wrong with you? It's like a nightmare. My people and their murderers. You do understand murder disqualifies you for the highest degree of celestial kingdom. You can't excuse yourself from that simply because, well, you didn't use a knife or a gun. You were warned. You knew. And you refused. You denied the truth. Denied the science. I hope there is nobody using the dewormer for animals drug. Oh, whoops. Just like those who are using hydroxychloroquine. Dear God, what is wrong with you guys? We are in the apocalypse, the latter days. We were warned in Scripture, warned by Joseph Smith. And you just said, fake prophet. We have a living prophet. Benson told us that there are 14 fundamentals of a living prophet. And we can ignore and disregard Joseph because he's dead. That's called brainwashing. You've been duped. You've been punked. You've become a sucker and a loser. As they are purposely executing you. Deliberate murder. Should we go over that in the Book of Mormon? Second Nephi chapter 9. My MTC president had us, or challenged us, to read this once a day. That's a long one for a guy who didn't like to read. It was torture. Verse 35. Woe unto the murderer who deliberately killeth. A whole bunch of woes. That's the one that applies. I think we'll use that in this video.